Okay, it's time for the no makeup makeup. I'm super excited. I'm going to use newer products. I've done makeup, no makeup looks before, but there's a few new products that I'm really loving, and I'm excited to use them today. But before we get started, I love these. I love them so much. These are the new lip oils from ColourPop, $10 each. Love the formula. I've had the chance to wear them. Obviously, it's not a long-lasting product. Don't think of this like a liquid lipstick. They just feel so nice. And for me, these more high-end lip oils, I can't tell enough difference. I really cannot for me to tell you to go spend $40 or $50 on a lip oil as opposed to $10 or less. So if y'all are really into the lip oils, these are fantastic. 10 out of 10. I do have a code. I will make money off that code. So if you use it, I make a commission. And if you would rather just get another discount, go ahead and do that. But that code is Rose. So these steps really do matter to me in my routine. And the reason why is the first thing I'll do is curl my lashes and put mascara on. I feel that when I do this step, I tend to want to put on less makeup as I go on. There's something just about seeing your eyes looking a little wider, a little brighter with the mascara. It just makes a difference. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll use less of this. And then it makes things so much quicker. So I know you're like, oh, just try this. Some of us probably already do this, but if you don't, try this. When I started doing it this way, I feel like I got quicker. So much quicker. Okay, even this is just gonna make such a difference. I love this curler, by the way. I just love the way it's shaped, the way it curls the lash, the way it never pinches. I've tried all of them, the most expensive to the most affordable. This is the one that I always go back to. While I'm curling this lash and getting things ready, I want you to go watch this reel. Go watch this. Just go watch this reel. It's really quick, and you just need to see it. I have absolutely fallen in love with this mascara. This is the one I took with me on my vacation. This is the one that I wear. If I'm not doing lashes, I'm wearing this mascara. I love how it holds the curl and it adds length, but then I still get really nice volume at the roots. It just does everything that I like a mascara to do. I love it. Now, no makeup makeup, it means a lot of different things to different people, just like all makeup. So it makes makeup so much fun. To me, it means I'm usually in a hurry. So that's the version we're doing here. I've seen a lot of versions. It's no makeup makeup, but there are so many steps. Beautiful, and I love the outcome, but I gotta go. Well, I don't have today, but when I do this, I usually have to go. So I'm gonna show you the really quick way to do this. This is a liquid blush. I actually have not tried these yet. I'm super excited. These are from Jean-Luc Cosmetics, and the applicator picks up quite a bit. We don't need that much. Okay, I want you to see. Okay, we're gonna grab from here, and I have no makeup on, nothing. We're just gonna go ahead and throw this on, and you can put on more than you normally would. It's kind of fun to do it this way. We need a C41. We do not have a C41. Let me grab one. Y'all, the only clean C41 I have is a prototype that still has the labeling sticker on it. I don't care. That's where we're at. This is 3 years old, by the way. Look at this. 3-year-old prototype. It looks perfect. So now we're just going to start to blend this in. Blend it like a dream. And we want it to look outlandish because it needs to really be pigmented and stand out, because we're going to put powder foundation on top of it. That's really pretty. Let's see what happens if we add a little bit more. Again, I haven't tried these. And again, I need to reiterate this because it's terrifying. You want a lot. You want a whole lot because it gets covered. So don't be afraid to go to town. Fun anyways. It's what we kind of want to do anyways, but we know that we can't. So I really like the idea of using this. And I want to remind y'all to go darker with this. I know this looks so much darker than what I would normally use, and it did to me too. But don't be afraid. Just go a little bit darker. So we're going to start with the cream side. And I really love this because I talked about it yesterday, how this just pairs so nicely. So cream powder, but this powder just layers on top of this to set it so nicely. So I love that idea. I've never used this with this technique, but I feel like it's going to be perfect with this in a hurry technique situation, because I find that sometimes, even when I was doing it, when I would layer my powder and especially my powder foundation on top of bronzers, they would get a little too cool. Not bad, not too ashy, not too gray, but it was still more than what I wanted. So I love the idea of this. And I keep mentioning this because this just goes over this so perfectly. So perfectly. So I'm actually going to take the same cream bronzer. I'm going to take it on the C40. This is why these brushes are so amazing. Say we're in a hurry, the tip of the brush is just going to fit in here perfectly. I want you to see it. Do you see that? Obviously, we don't need precision. We just need, but we do get precision. Look at that. We don't need much though, but we're just wanting to kind of warm up the lids here. And then it's going to fit perfectly through here as well. I did turn it. Okay, pointy side here. Look how nicely that fits in there. Look at that. Now, say you want to do some concealer, now's the time. I know this looks horrifying, but it's so quick. So normally I wouldn't even do concealer, but I want to show you where I would put concealer. And I love this one because if you use the smallest amount, you technically don't have to set it. I'm trying to think of where else I'll put it. I'll put a little here. A little around the mustache. And then if you had a blemish you wanted to cover, this would be the time to do that. Now, I actually, when I'm in a hurry, I like this one. This is the In a Rush brush. This is the E29. But what happens is we can just kind of buff this around. I'm still kind of using the side of it to smooth it. And then I'll do some circular motions. But if you're in a hurry, this brush is incredible. Powder foundation is still going to go on top of everything. But if we needed extra coverage, this is when we add that. Actually, I kind of want a little bit brighter of an under eye, so I'm going to grab another concealer. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to tell you why. You know I'm going to tell you why. If Rose is here, she's going to tell you why. But I'm just going to do it underneath my eyes. Once I add powder foundation, the powder foundation is very close to my skin tone. I know we're not there. But I want it to be brighter because once I add it, it's just going to kind of not be as bright. So I want to do brighter underneath here. That should be perfect. And this is the Laura Geller one. I love, love, love this one. This one definitely is a more of a brightener. So this one's closer to my skin tone, as you can see. And then this one is a brightener. But I just thought about that when I put that one on. I thought, that's not going to be bright enough once I put powder foundation under it. It's going to look extra bright right now, but remember, you'll see. You'll see. I'm a visual learner, so just give me a second. So just so you know, I wouldn't have done the two. I would have just done this one. So I don't want to confuse you and have you think that you needed two concealers. You don't. I just recommend one that's a little brighter than what you would usually gravitate towards. And this brush, if you find yourself in a hurry, quite often this one multitasks like no other. And that's why I call it the In a Rush brush. So if you find yourself in a hurry, you're gonna love this brush. I'm gonna show you my two favorite powder foundations, but they are completely different because of coverage. So I love this one. This is the Makeup Forever one. Y'all know that I absolutely love it. If you're wondering, hey, where's that hole? It was in this one. That's my shade now, but this was my winter shade, and when I tell you I was going to town. I love this powder, but this is a full coverage powder. So by the way, I'll put my winter and my summer shade up there. I love how the packaging is different too. But if you want something really full coverage, this is going to be fantastic. I don't want that much coverage today. That you would have to maybe darken the blush a little bit more and the bronzer if you're going to do more full coverage. But I'm going to show you the powder I am going to use today, and I like it when I'm in a hurry. This one is more light to medium coverage. I love it. Now listen, this is important too. If you want to get this powder, I don't have a commission code or nothing. I'm not making a dime off of this. But if you do want to get it, I want you to go lighter because this is shade Fair. Okay? I am not fair right now. I am light medium. As summer goes on, I almost get to medium. So that being said, I would never ever think that I wear fair, but this does adjust to your skin tone a little bit. It shifts. It kind of just swerves in there, and you'll see. But this has been one of my favorite formulas. I don't even know how long. If you guys have seen that ad pop up of me, that initially was not an ad. That was my first impression. I just loved it. They took it, and then of course they got the rights for it. They're not stealing my video, but that was the first impression. That was not an ad to begin with. Now, all that being said, we need a puff. We need a clean puff. Lord, I need to wash the puff. I wasn't ready. All right, puff is secured. I'm gonna use a puff for the under eye. It just smooths it. It's so much better. You're setting evenly and quickly. Now, nothing on here. This, just from chatting with y'all, this is absolutely going to crease and move because I added that other concealer on top. Okay, we got it here on our puff, and we're gonna go ahead and start to set this. Now from here, see how pretty that blush is now? It honestly looks like a filter. Every time I do it, it just looks like a daggum filter. I love it. Okay, now we'll switch to a brush. Obviously I'm gonna do this side, but now we switch to a brush. Now before I move on to setting the rest of my face, I wanna go ahead and set my bronzer. But we're setting that with the powder now, okay? 1, 2, very light tapping motions. Just whisper. Get real quiet. That bronzer wants to betray you. I mean, all bronzer, not this one. Show no fear. I'm telling you, I have 0 problems with this. It has just been so wonderful. I will say this brush goes from cream to powder pretty magically. But that being said, these tapping motions? That's going to help it stay in place, and it's going to help set it really nicely, really evenly, and then you get more coverage. And then you're not gray. Okay, we'll do this, and then we'll just kind of do a quick workaround. You'll see. Sometimes I feel like I get ahead of myself because I get so excited because I see this coming together, and I know how easy it is, and I know that y'all are just gonna love this technique. Y'all have seen this technique, but we are using new products. Now, all my C42s are dirty. To wait for it to dry. So my little prototype has to put in some work today. Now I'm throwing stuff. So I'm gonna do 1 tap. We'll finish covering this up. I'm not gonna go completely on top of that bronzer, kind of around it. Perfect. Let's do the same thing on the forehead. This will be fun, watch, okay? Not pretty. So blurring, and I'm not going directly here. That's gonna be set, but I do wanna blur these edges. So I want you to see, I'm stopping about right there. Now let's do this side over here. Finish that. Remember to go around it. And then we can do a light tap on here, a little bit. Notice I didn't dip back in. That could turn it gray, but just kind of blur everything together. And then of course we'll just go through the center. And then if you wanted to go back over, kind of layer up, you absolutely could, but this is gonna be just fine for me to get out the door. I love this technique. Now we can grab that powder, bronzer, press that through here, set that. And then I'm gonna take a little bit on the tip of the brush, just 1 tap. I'll look up and just kind of add a little bit of definition underneath here. Now, the rest of the pizzazz that you would want to add is up to you. You could do an inner corner highlight. You could do a watercolor, a waterline color, something fun on your waterline. If I'm in a hurry, I try to not do those things, but it's a really fun way to just kind of spice this up. Yes. I will add, I kind of want to try this colored lip oil. Look how pretty that one is. Let's try it. The color is Combi. That's C-O-M-B. It's right there. Oh, I wiped off the other one. Ooh, I feel like this one has a little bit more color to it. Luscious. And this is exactly what I would wear too. Ooh, this is pretty. I'm gonna get you all a link. Ooh, I like it. It's 10 out of 10. I'm not even gonna do lip liner. Ooh, I feel like that's so pretty. There you have it. Again, no makeup. It means a lot of different things, but to me it means this. And I feel like this is perfect. I mean, sometimes I do add a wing. I add a little brownie brown wing. This one's from Stila. I love this one because it has that micro tip. And then I also find it easier to do this once I have the mascara on because I just kind of follow that. So this is it. Here we are. Now we're done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, and I will be saving yesterday's look and the day before to YouTube. It just takes me a little bit longer because I have to go in, edit, do all kinds of things. But those will be up, and I'll also save this because I feel like this is so helpful. A lot of times I get feral and I'm just like, okay, so now we're gonna layer this on top of this, and this has 42 steps. But I do understand that we're all on a different makeup journey, and I want everybody to feel included, and I want everybody to have the help that they want or need. So this is fun. This looks so good. Now I'm gonna go grab a little bite of lunch downstairs and then I'm gonna film some more stuff. Ooh, apparently these Dior blushes, this is a new formula, so I wanted to film that. I've gotta test that. We gotta do a side by side on that. So this one's the new formula, and then I do definitely have the old formula, so we're gonna compare those. And, oh, I filmed another Mario blush. I filmed this one, the peach one. I'll post that on TikTok first. And then let's see, there's so much. I'm so excited. And we have so many exciting things coming. Honestly, I'm a little overwhelmed, but in a good way. It's a good overwhelm, but I'm like, maybe I'm excited. I don't know. It feels like a heavy blanket of excitement. I love you all so much. I don't know what I'm posting tonight, but I love you with all of my heart, and I'll see you there in the comments.